All right. How's everybody doing? We have the trophy husbands.
I'm Steve.
You're not going to say your name first.
Nope. No, I'm Marcus.
I'm Steve again.
No, still
In
Steve?
case you didn't hear the first
Still
time.
Steve?
Still Steve.
Still Steve.
Still
Steve.
Steve.
It's
Hashtag
like still Alice. I'm not forgetting anything yet.
Hashtag still Steve.
Yeah, still Steve.
He wakes up, looks in the mirror, and he's
Wait a
like,
minute.
wait. Yeah, still Steve. Still Steve.
I'm dying. That's cool.
He's hungover.
And I am Nick. Welcome, guys, to another episode of the Trophy Husbands. So let's kick it off, though, guys. Rewinding back to last weekend.
All
right.
Because the fact of the matter is we recorded on a Friday night prior to actually going out. So
Podcast pregame night.
yeah, it was podcast pregame. So
Yeah, it was.
how was everyone's Friday?
All right. It's a fun night. I gotta do this right now. I have a bone to pick with you, Marcus.
All right, dude.
So,
Fuck it.
All right. So, during, while we were doing the podcast pregame last Friday night, I know this girl. I was like, she's cool. Like, yeah, you know, like what you do before you go out, like see who's going out and stuff. So I hit her up. She's like, I'm not gonna be out. I'm actually home in Maryland. I had an emergency tonsillectomy. I'm like, oh, so you won't be at Murph's. Okay.
I remember you showed me the text,
Right.
and
Right. I
you
remember
were
that.
sitting there like as we were recording. You're
Yeah.
giving her so much shit. You're like, "Are you 12?"
Yeah, yeah. I was being mean, but
What else?
You were.
Yeah, she's like-
What else is new?
pussy, you can't come out. Tonsils out.
God.
Life-threatening
No,
thing.
It was playfully flirty. She enjoyed it. So, but anyway,
she gives it 4.5 out of 5 stars.
yeah. Fast forward about an hour and a half, 2 hours to the bar. What? Whatever you said under your breath, I don't care, Satan bot. So fast forward about 2 hours, we're at Murph's. I'm talking to this different girl, and you know it's going well, blah blah whatever. And then Marcus just shamelessly comes up, "Yo, Luke, your girl's here!" She's sitting in between me and Marcus, and Marcus is like, "Yo, Luke, your girl's here." I'm like, "Yeah, she is." And she's like, "Wait, your girl's here?" It's like,
Well,
my-
let's
it's like,
try to talk up a chick.
my friend. It's like, my friend's here. Yeah, he's talking about my friend. It's like, read
Mark
the
is like, no, your girl's here, man.
Yeah, it's like, no, your girl's here. I'm like, read the room, Marcus.
It wasn't fucking intentional. It was
Well,
like,
yeah, but it was like,
What I like earlier is we were discussing this, and literally Marcus is like, wait a minute, I said that out loud? I thought I texted that to
and
you.
you're like, why
Yeah.
aren't you looking at your phone? It's like, you said it to us out loud.
no. I swore. I'm gonna have to check my fucking phone because I swore.
But I know you came up to me and said, because she looked at me like looked at you, looked at me, your girl. It's like a double take. What? What's going on?
It was like the lane was wide open. I had the ball. I'm going down. I was trying to do
I got
something.
my boy.
Yeah. I'm trying to do something fancy, like bounce off the glass, catch it behind the back, and just fucking rimmed it, and like lost the game for everyone.
Should have just gone for the layup,
Exactly.
man.
I should have.
Really, you just went in for a pass and hit the girl in the face.
I thought,
Got you. Bam.
sweet chicks, think fast. Boom.
It's like when I was a kid, my dad took us out to play basketball once, and we were passing the ball back and forth, and I threw the ball, and I hit my dad in the balls, and my brother and I just started laughing, and my dad
Like, are you okay?
my dad just
He's like on the ground.
He's
and, like,
on the ground.
writhing in pain.
My dad has never let that go to this day. We just sat there.
How young were you?
I think we were like, I think it was between 4 or 5. That
Oh, that's amazing.
Nice.
So just like,
That's great that your dad still holds on to it to this day.
But yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
Luke said that to me. That was like the first thing out of his fucking face, and I was just like, you know what, man? I owe you a slice of pizza or something. Like
You know what, though?
I don't know. I'm not mad by any means. It was just, and she didn't even care.
No.
But it's just funny, like
I can transfer my hamburger that Franco owes me
There
from
you
the
go.
koala situation to you. So that's
so
your
okay.
cheeseburger.
You're never gonna get the hamburger.
No, you're never gonna get
I'll
it.
text Travis right now. It's like, so now you owe me a hamburger.
Yeah, that's
Marcus transfers.
It's been handed over.
it's
Yeah.
like currency between countries now. The exchange rate.
It's like Bitcoin. It's not really there.
It's there, but it's not.
real, but it's not real.
You have to figure out how to cash it in, and that's part of the fucking pain in the ass.
They're like arcade tokens.
Only good at a certain place at a certain time.
And you can buy for whatever's in those on those shelves for $2, but you're gonna pay $80 playing games.
Exactly.
To get those tickets.
Don't ever buy the vampire fangs. They're worthless.
No, that's not an exaggeration. Literally, they're
We're worthless. They don't accrue any interest whatsoever. Your broker has lied to you.
They should be giving
And
them
they
away.
and they don't even work properly. Like, you try to bite some girl's neck off, it doesn't work. Like,
I've never tried.
Unless they're ones that glow in the dark, because those are awesome.
well, yeah.
I always like the trailer trashy like skull rings you could get.
Oh god, yeah.
Bad to the bone.
Bad to the
Yeah,
bone.
dude. Can we just take a second and realize all of the stupid, dumb, like glittery Chuck E. Cheese-esque arcade shit that we all wanted as a kid, that now you look back on, that if now you realize why your parents just rolled their eyes every time when you're just like, they're like, I have 20 tickets, what can I get? And then it's just like, give me 48 spider rings, and they're just like, fucking A, more spider.
That many fingers.
Yeah,
I'll find a way to fit them all.
Putting it on my dick.
Nancy has show and tell this week.
Spider
I have spider fingers.
now you can't do anything because you're wearing all 48 spider rings, and they're just like trying to get you to eat dinner, but your hands are all cramped because of all the fucking spider rings and shit.
They end up having to take you to the emergency room to surgically remove them.
Yeah, they'll have to get cut off, and you're just crying because you don't want it to
We're gonna
happen.
have to lose that hand.
That makes me think of a time I wasn't alive at the time, but when my brother was younger, like I think he's 4 or 5 at the time. They were in like they were stopping on the way to my grandparents, and they were in like I would have been alive. I've been like 1, but my parents were stopping in like a 7-Eleven or something like that, and like my brother's wandering through the aisles at like 4 or 5, and accidentally found super glue and thought it was toothpaste.
Oh.
And he took it, like, again, he's 4 or 5, doesn't realize, like, oh, I have to buy this. Like, he tried, because he was thinking in his head, like, oh, I need to brush my teeth. I forgot to earlier today. And so he tried to use the super glue to brush his teeth, glued his mouth shut, had to be taken to the hospital, like the ER. Like,
that's a fucking hell of a mistake. Like,
yeah. I like, the thing is like, my brother is so young, like I don't even think he remembers it. Like, I've only heard the story from my parents.
I would remember that. I would just feel so embarrassed for the rest of my life.
I know, right?
That sounds like something that happens on Jackson Street quite often, actually. But oh man, what happened, bro?
OMG, dude, you drank or you fucking ate super glue last night. So drunk.
Oh, hashtag drunk. What?
That would suck if you swallowed super, because you're the third part, the thing that goes back and forth.
Uvula.
Uvula.
Yeah.
It goes back and forth, and that got stuck together.
Oh,
Ooh.
I wasn't even thinking on that aspect.
Shit in your throat, and it would probably like close up and cover up things.
Steve, did you write the Saw movies? Because that
that sounds like something from
was
Saw.
terrifying.
And
You
then
just imagine like he eats the super glue, and you just see like a camera going down, and then like.
Oh god! No!
Steve's sitting there, and he has like the voice change, and it's like, and we will get 3 drops of super glue on his uvula, and then he
Steve's
will be
like,
no more.
Do you want to play a game with super glue? Okay, so
The Saw movie was good, even though it was
No,
horrifying.
the first Saw movie is gold. Like it's one of the best, like better than any M. Night Shyamalan twist ever.
I'm
M.
just
Night
gonna spoil
Shyamalan.
this. Him cutting off that foot with the saw was just like, oh my god.
Holy shit! Like, it's like 2003. It's like, this is the craziest, awesome thing ever. But it's so, like, and then after that, it's like, let's see how many people we can cut up in an hour and a half. Like,
I mean, that's every like slasher fic.
well, yeah,
that's
ever.
true. Like, the first one's good, and then later on it just degrades.
and then they're making a new Saw movie comes out end of this year too.
Isn't that gonna be like Saw 6 or 7 at this
8.
point? 8? Jesus Christ!
Saw 8. How many franchises do you think can just pump out before nobody sees it.
I mean, besides Star Wars, none.
No, I mean,
Or maybe actually
all those-
Star Wars and maybe Harry Potter.
Harry the Potter?
Harry
Harry
the Potter.
Potter.
Harry the Potter.
It's just him in a pottery
This
class.
is why I wonder. Does
like fucking,
He's got a foot pedal, just like loading.
fucking
it.
Munchkin, Harry Potter.
Voldemort, I'm making my fucking pots. Stop. Like,
And,
chill, bro.
in Munchkin, there's this one card called Harry Potter. It's this big, like, Yeti-looking dude, and he's just making pots.
well, I'm wondering, can movies work the same way as restaurants with franchises? Could you imagine someone taking up the franchise for Harry Potter? Oh, I'm franchised.
Yeah, I got this now.
I'm a franchised Harry Potter movie.
I mean,
It's actually kind of, because if you think about the X-Men movies,
yeah.
and think about Spider-Man.
True.
That's true.
Well, I mean, Spider-Man's been rebooted though.
Yeah.
It's been rebooted like
By
3 different
different-
times, but they're all been like different arcs and plots and franchise. It's like the same
Right,
shit.
but I would say Spider-Man is
But I mean,
more of
and-
the continuity.
Right,
Like,
right, and also
or I
they-
mean, the X-Men is more of the continuity
And
because like, everything is in
I mean, yeah,
continuity.
it's a franchise in
Hey!
No, but that's not my point.
Buzzword.
That's not my point. Like,
Hashtag franchise.
no, but the thing is, one sole company has ownership to those rights
I
for
know.
that movie.
Yeah,
I was just being stupid.
but
You
no,
are
it's-
dumb, Steve.
But it's almost kind of like
Love you.
when Days of Future Past hit.
Well, that was like Bryan Singer's like, all right, I made the first 2 X movies good. Third one was crap. And it's gone downhill since.
I'll come back and make it good
fix
again.
this. We're gonna erase everything that happened and start anew. But I'm gonna make it good.
Yeah,
But I mean, the thing is like he did it in a comic booky way
Right,
where
exactly.
like it didn't delegitimize all the other movies. It was like, no, those are still in continuity, except we just kind of rewrote everything.
Right.
yeah, like they're almost kind of canon now.
I mean, they are canon. Like
Yeah.
the way that they did it in Days of Future Past is that
Except
everything happened.
He did say he like X-Men: The Last Stand. He's like, I erased that. Like that didn't happen because especially because like Jean Grey dies in that one and she's still alive in Days like at the end of Days of Future Past.
would,
but he's like, no, fuck you, Brett Ratner.
I would watch a Quicksilver movie. I would
He's-
watch a whole
I mean, that was
Quicksilver.
practically what
best-
Fantastic Four 3 was.
What? Fantastic Four?
No,
No, you're thinking Silver Surfer.
Oh, Silver
Not
Surfer.
Silver
Yeah,
Surfer,
sorry.
Quicksilver.
I'm talking Quicksilver.
No, he's
Sorry.
easily the best part
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
of the new X-Men movies. Like Days of Future Past is seen as the best, and then
Well,
did you see
if
Apocalypse?
you think about
Yeah.
it,
Nah,
if
not
we
yet.
could, if
I
we
liked
could
it.
cross the 2 universes of Marvel and have it so that the
Dude,
because
Fox-
the Quicksilver in Age
right.
of Ultron
Died.
died.
Right.
If we brought the Quicksilver from the Days of Future
yeah.
Past over,
I don't understand why Fox isn't like swallowing its pride at this point, like how Sony did, and being like, okay, no, like use my characters in your movies, like Sony did with Spider-Man, so that Spider-Man could get into the Avengers.
Well, the
and
thing is,
everything.
like the X-Men movies are doing better, way better than the Andrew Garfield Spider-Mans were. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, well, the first one was good. And there's like
first
little-
one wasn't bad, yeah.
but then the second one, like, I mean,
It was
it.
like it had I think the problem was it had a ton of potential, but it tried to do too much.
Right, all at once.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
Electro, main villain, doing great, gets fucked up, and then Green Goblin comes in real quick, and then gets messed up. But
I
then
mean,
you
that's
throw a
kind of
Rhino
how-
at the end real quick too.
that's
It's just like
that's
bam,
kind of
bam,
how the
bam.
Tobey Maguire third one was. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
that was awful, in my
Oh, yeah,
opinion.
that
What-
movie's garbage.
well, wait, wasn't Jamie Foxx like balding? And they had like a balding Jamie Foxx.
yeah,
in the
yeah,
cover.
Yeah,
He-
it's like-
he's like an old janitor
Like,
or
I
something.
don't see Jamie Foxx as.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx is too cool to be a loser.
Yeah, I think they had to like loser him up. It
Right.
was just like every teen movie ever where it's,
It's
like,
like,
the
let's
girl.
put on some thick glasses.
the
and some
opposite
tape
of
and-
the opposite of She's All That. Like,
Yeah, it's just like, oh my gosh, here's this girl. She has her hair in a side ponytail. She has glasses. Look how ugly she is.
Wait a minute! As soon as we undo those, she's gorgeous.
What? Who knew that? And now she's prom queen.
And she has electric ability.
he's gonna kill everybody.
She keeps talking about Spider-Man.
Can we make that movie? Like, I just want that to happen.
Yeah, it could be in the
Like,
Trophy
Electro
Husbands verse.
meets Prom Queen.
I'm
Jamie
down.
Foxx plays a teenage girl.
If anyone could pull it off, he could.
He'd probably do it well too. And then he'd have a couple songs in the soundtrack. It'd be
Exactly.
fucking awesome.
No, not just a teenage girl, a white teenage girl.
If
But
the
that's
Wayne's
not-
brothers can do it, why can't he?
Yeah.
White Chicks is fucking fantastic, and I support this movie. I support.
Got my funding.
Yep. Here's $5. Make it wonderful.
Let's open a Patreon and get everyone
How do I buy
funded
into
into
the
it.
franchise? How do I buy in?
Can I franchise this?
I have a small loan of $1 million, and I'm going to franchise this movie. But yeah, like, I mean, it's like to the point where everything is kind of franchised. Because like you said, Spider-Man, and they were actually talking about putting Spider-Man earlier, like way before he was
the Avengers.
because there was going to be a cameo of him in New York City, and he was going to be on Skyscraper, but apparently it took too long to do.
Get the deal.
Yeah, to get the deal, and then to do the CGI, and so they scrapped it and didn't put it in. But there's been talks for a while.
Like
I know
back
that
and
they've
forth.
been in talks.
And once like the Sony email leak happened, is like, all right, yeah, no more surprise, we're doing this.
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
Like now we have to, or everyone's gonna be mad.
Like I wanna buy into the Fast and the Furious franchise, and then buy into the Spider-Man franchise, and then merge both franchises. Into one
God.
movie.
Vin Diesel meets
Fast and
15-year-old
Furious Spider.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, the
Two Spider, 4 Fury.
the Spectacular Furious Spider-Man 7,
Like
and it could have the Sinister 7.
I want my
there we
movie
go.
franchises like I want my cheeseburgers.
So much shit on them. Everything. Do you want bacon and egg and avocado and this and that? Do you want Spider-Man versus Vin Diesel versus Little Red Riding
Yes!
Hood versus Mega
The
Man?
answer is yes.
It's like
Like
Marvel
while dropping cars out of an airplane into a glacier.
It's like Marvel versus Capcom all over again, but on like ketamine, and you're just weird and by yourself.
Okay. No, I want to go back though.
Yeah, you want to go back to the weekend.
I do.
It's like, we get it. You're
No,
lame.
no.
Your girlfriend doesn't like
No,
you.
no, not
like,
this past
She
weekend.
doesn't let you have fun. We get it.
Not
So,
this past weekend.
You have to
I want to
live-
go to the weekend before.
nostalgia.
Because I want to go to the weekend
Sorry,
before
it's
because
Poopo
Luke
Nick
was
Day.
crapping on Marcus. However, I get the crap on Luke, as per
All
usual.
right. Well, what I did was funny though.
To you, it's like, first off, it's around 12 o'clock, and Luke's like, hey man, I left my stuff at your apartment. Can I get your key and go over and grab my stuff? I'm like, sure. So I give him my key. And then around like 1 or 1:30, Luke gets back to the bar, and I'm like, oh hey, like, let me get my key. What Luke does, and like, I'm almost done my beer, like I'm ready to finish and leave because Alex wanted to. And what Luke does is he drops my key into my beer, then grabs the nearest pitcher and fills up my beer. And I'm like, you dick.
He's like, I said I'll leave after this beer, babe.
I mean, I didn't not drink it,
Yeah,
but I had to drink it to get my key, so...
This is one of those chests in the mountains, and you've passed.
You'll find the key at the bottom of something else. But it's disgusting now because that key's been everywhere. Will you do
It's
it?
okay,
so you
it's
can get
alcohol.
home
It's
tonight?
alcohol. It sanitizes it.
The choice is yours.
They say every car key has been through a stripper's asshole at least one time.
Well, this wasn't a car key. This was my house key.
Oh, that's twice.
I want to know because like I recently just got.
And Luke said that he
got
thought
heart-
he lost it
It's
for
got
like
fucking.
5 minutes.
It's got
Well, yeah.
heartworms on it, and it's actually from a dog, and somehow it was inside the strip.
Yeah,
You
like-
gave me the key, Steve!
What happens in Reno with Steve stays in Reno with Steve.
But it was never inside the dog. It was always inside the stripper.
Like, I
Semantics.
recently made a copy of my house key. I mean, this was like a week ago. I don't know who borrowed it to shove it up a stripper's ass, but you know, hey, can't argue with
You do
statistics.
you.
Can't argue with statistics, right?
That's why they have classes for him.
So then, that was Friday for me. After I drank that beer, then Alex drove us back. I'm trying to think. I don't think I did anything on
I'm
Saturday.
sorry. Now I'm just thinking of Kleppers, and I'm thinking of like them throwing this. I'm sorry,
No.
not Kleppers. Kloopers. I'll call them Kloopers.
Bloopers.
It's the key company that gave us.
Oh.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I don't know your York, Pennsylvania fancy call.
Harold County at its finest.
Yeah, right.
Now I just get images of them throwing key parties and having.
You get a key. You get a key. You
It's
get a
just
key.
like these guys in really fancy suits, and it's like really extravagant, and then it's almost kind of like eyes wide shut. It's this weird cult party.
It's like you have like
Are you-
you go to the zoo and you can put your face in like the turtle hole, like you're a turtle, but it's just those holes that have butts in it, like just like whoop 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 whoop.
They put random ads on like Craigslist, just like need butts for party. We'll pay handsomely. Like,
I think it's called Keppers, though, Steve. I don't think there's an L in there.
There's an L in there somewhere, I think.
I could be wrong.
there's an L in there if you don't go to the party because you're a
But
loser.
either way,
Ooh!
I don't want to libel a cat. Liable.
Liability, yeah.
Yeah, whatever that word is.
Slander and libel.
Yeah, that's the one.
If they don't actually throw weird random stripper key parties, they have nothing to be afraid of.
That's true. That's true.
They're like, this is how we christen every single new key we make. Shove up a stripper.
Some guy's probably just like, fuck, we're found out. All right, can't throw it. Gotta cancel it.
They're open during the day. They have to keep the strippers out back, so then no one sees them. That's why it takes 30 minutes to get your key.
Oh! That's why I always faintly hear "Pour Some Sugar on Me" whenever I go to get a key made.
Just slightly in the background.
Yeah, it's just like, is that "Pour Some Sugar on Me"? Is it ever so faintly?
Sticky sweet.
You just walk out. You're just like,
Sticky
from my
sweet.
head to my feet. Where the hell did I hear that song? Oh man,
It's like
it always
subliminal.
it always happens when I go and get a key.
Oh, God.
So,
In the words of the great Colonel Sanders, I am too hungover for this shit. I don't think that's what he said, but you get my
I don't
point.
think I was
No, Colonel
that-
Sanders just like, girl, I'm trying to season them breasts.
No, that makes perfect segue though. How's everyone?
You like chicken?
We're recording on Saturday. How's everyone's Friday?
Friday was pretty chill.
You gonna let him finish? Like,
No, I mean you had a way more grand Friday than I did, so I'm gonna let you guys take
it
a
was like
cake.
the Nick and Luke show. Like
I mean, it was.
that's about it.
The Nick and,
It's Nick. It's Luke.
watch it drink till they puke. Hey,
I mean,
It's
Nah,
basically,
longer than a 30-minute show. You're gonna want to like take breaks.
tie
Yeah.
yourself whatever fucking chair.
Well,
you're
what
in.
made
It's
me
be a
laugh
rough
is
ride.
what made me laugh is like by the end of the night we were both fairly drunk and whatnot, and
like no, you were fairly. I was gone. Like.
you see, and I said, okay, I was
Self-awareness
trying
is
to be
key.
kind to a.
No,
I was trying to be kind to you.
I'm not gonna pretend. No.
Okay, I was trying to be kind to him because I
have not been that drunk in the new year.
I'd been drinking before. I'd had 12 shots and 2 beers prior to him getting here.
that's normal.
and then I drank with him the rest of the time.
It's normal human
12
things.
shots?
Yeah.
Over a
That's
span of
June
a few
rum and
hours.
seltzer.
Do you not remember?
I remember seeing her like
Satan bot.
What was it?
Satan bot.
12 shots and 3 beers.
12 shots and 3 beers.
12 shots and 3 beers.
Down at Cedar Week, yeah.
It was like my friend Sam this morning texted me, and she's like,
It was way more than that, though.
she was like, "Are you laying on the floor in your Snapchat story?" I'm like, "I don't remember, and I'm not gonna watch it." Like,
I mean,
it's
it was so.
I have no idea.
It makes me laugh just because because
that
Luke
the new
came up.
phone?
Luke came up around.
Is that the new phone?
Yeah, it's the LG4. It's cheap.
Luke came up
Works.
around 9 or so, and him and I chilled, had some beers and whatnot, and then we went out to the Hound, had some more beers. Luke had taken a few shots prior. I'd taken a few shots prior, and
A few. 12 shots is not a few.
a few shots.
That's a dozen. That's a dozen, Nick.
No,
But
literally.
it's not a baker's dozen.
You don't go to the donut shop and like, let me get a few donuts, and they hand you a box of a dozen. That's not how that fucking works. That's a lot of fucking shots. That's not because I'm a lightweight. That's because I can fucking count, and I know what alcohol does.
It's me. It's
A
me.
few
I'm gonna
is
throw it
a
out there.
3 or less.
When you shit out your liver, don't say we didn't tell you
It's
so.
just gonna liquefy. He's gonna be peeing one day. This is a little thick.
Well, it was.
Am I paying?
It was great because Marcus, you were texting us at like 10 or 10:30 this
Yeah.
morning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I responded back like I was just lazy. I just wasn't getting out of bed, and then around 12 or so, I was like, all right, I'm gonna actually get up and get going. I was like, I think I'm gonna go out and get some breakfast, and Luke has just gotten back from going to Mickey D's, and I'm like, yeah, I think we're going on to the White Rose. have a rum and coke or two and get some breakfast and whatnot. And he's like, oh my, how can you still be doing that?
Nope. Nope.
So I woke up this morning. I had still like a half a drink. It was like a vodka mixed drink. I saw it on the table. I was like, nope.
Now I
That's
get
going
up and
down
I'm
the
like,
drain.
yoink.
I don't know. Hair of the dog just makes me feel worse. Like I can't bring myself.
What
to
you
do that.
should do whenever you go out drinking.
Lessons with Marcus.
Hey.
It's the advice column.
I was about to say, like,
on the trophy husband.
Yeah.
No, we have to calm down and like give it an official title, like, and this is the write-in to Marcus for advice.
Marcus, what's up, girl? No. But no, you should take. Well, first, obviously, drink water because it will dehydrate you, and that's a hang.
It's a fact. Ron Burgundy taught me that.
It only applies to some people, I'll be honest.
It's not an alt fact, though. It's a real fact.
It's not an alternative fact.
Water's bad for you. It drowns you, dummy. Like,
Alternative fact.
Alternative facts. fucking Archer.
advice with Marcus and alternative facts. Nope, not starting that column. Nope, that's not happening. Anyway,
Fucking
I want
Archer.
it. I want
so
it.
drink water.
When in
Like-
Greek.
What?
When in Greek.
You're right, though. You were right. Like, you ever drink water? Never touch stuff. Fish fucking it. But you want to drink some water because that'll help you out. It's also good to have some shit in your stomach. So you want to have a nice meal. Also,
Literally shit.
Yeah, like don't look, it's like
Just
when you
eat some
food,
poo.
like-
Find some dog shit and eat that.
munching browners.
What do you- like I mean, like there's like. When does it like food turn into like when do you consider
When
the
does
process
it
of
turn
food
into
turning
poop?
to poop?
Like
is it
once it
poop
starts
in-
going into the
Is it poop into your
intestines.
stomach, or is it like once it hits your esophagus? Is it poop? Like when is it poop?
I
I need to know this, man. Like come on, advice with Marcus.
it breaks.
Let's go.
It breaks down your stomach and then it goes into your intestines, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, I know. I'm just being annoying.
Yeah.
What else is new?
Luke is being himself.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who's being
okay.
Luke?
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Steve,
yeah.
Steve's over here with like the chart.
Still
Analyze it.
Steve.
It's
I'm
like-
still Steve. I'm sorry.
That's Steve's
All
column.
right, let me call my college professor. I think he's on top of this stuff.
He's Bill Nye it up.
Steve has all the diagrams like laid out, and he's like handing them over. Like so, he's like, as you see here, we're like, Steve, we don't care, but it goes down the esophagus.
And then here, it turns into poop.
Steve's over here Bill Nye-ing it, just like, instead of the Bill for the Bill Nye show, it's like, Steve.
But
And
wait,
this
guys,
is just
seriously.
a picture of me pooping. Watch it slide out.
And that's the only thing
I
Steve
have
you
several
got-
shots of this, so you can watch.
It's like one of those kids' books where you pull the tab and then you see like drizzle out and slide out.
Slide 1, slide 2,
But hey,
slide 3.
we got some very awesome
Steve
advice.
Nye, the science guy,
That's
always
awesome
talks
idea.
about poop.
We got the awesome advice from Marcus. Eat and drink water. Thanks, man.
You're welcome, bro.
Never heard that before.
He was
Fucking killing it.
Interrupted. He was working
You
on
forgot
it.
aspirin. Aspirin.
I was gonna say that.
Before you drink?
No.
No, not aspirin. It should be ibuprofen, if anything.
Ibuprofen.
B vitamin works as
Yeah,
well
B vitamins, yeah.
because it helps kind of take the toxin out of the alcohol. Mm-hmm. Like it helps it not necessarily nullify it, but kind of help the body a little bit.
I don't know. I always take an Alka-Seltzer before I go to bed, and that always works.
I mean, I'm just
little bit of
Irish
cocaine,
before I
too.
go to bed, and that works.
Hey man, 1984 was always
Yeah,
a good
no
year.
one cares
That's a
about
cure.
that.
That's a cure-all.
That is one thing I wouldn't be afraid, but I'd just be like very apprehensive. If somebody's just like, "Hey man, I got some blow. You want to do some blow?" I was just like, "Pew, woo."
You go first. I want to
This
see.
What happened?
this just got too real for me.
This is not like I'll do one if you do one. Like this is a little bit more extreme than that.
It's
You do
okay.
one, I'll
I
wait
brought
an hour.
heroin.
I'll wait an hour and then I'll do one.
I like my teeth, so
Did you want meth? I just said I like my teeth.
Okay, so you're an
Are you not
intravenous
listening
guy.
to what I'm saying?
You're an intravenous kind of guy. I get it. Okay.
like, I mean, like mushrooms, but meth's a little heavy.
Tastes bad. And
But,
meth
yeah.
probably tastes bad too. Like,
I mean,
wouldn't know, but-
meth. The crazy thing is like meth is a drug that is made. Like it is chemically
Yeah,
man-made, as
by
opposed
the
to
classiest
shrooms.
people in their basement.
and their
Like
fucking
Walter
microwave
White, right.
in a Sprite bottle.
As opposed to shrooms, which naturally
Obey your
grow, and you're just poisoning yourself essentially.
I mean,
Same with alcohol.
Yes.
Yeah, but alcohol does solve some problems where meth just ruins your life.
One solves problem, one creates problems.
Well, it's
A
like-
book by Luke.
A couple months ago,
The Luke
I was really
Hoover
sick,
story, part 54.
And my doctor's like, go pick up some Sudafed. Like, I mean, that just take that. It'll help
Well,
with symptoms,
Sudafed's
whatever.
shit.
Yeah,
Fucking meth.
right. Yeah, so I go to this. If they have it behind the counter. You can't buy more than one box at a time, and you have to sign for it. Like they have to take down your information. Like, they don't mess around. Like,
They don't fuck around.
No,
because-
I still find it so weird. Like when I went to buy, I think it's Alka-Seltzer Cough and Cold or something the other day. They made like I was at the self checkout scan and whatnot, and like I scanned it, and then they're like, wait for a register person to come and help you, and like the person literally had to come and check my ID and everything, and I'm like. Okay, like, yes, I am good to buy Alka-Seltzer Cough and Cold. Like, I'm 18 and above. Like,
This
walk
is
in just like.
I need my Alka-Seltzer Cold.
this is
Just one more time, man. One more time.
this is my argument against that. My argument is, does it look like I'm going to take the time
know,
to
right?
go and make meth? Like,
But wait. Time the fuck exactly.
Cheap clothing, like
To be fair, when I go out, I look kind of hobo-ish with like my jackets and my beanie. So
Yeah, I don't know
You
why
know
we
what?
let
Like, I'll
you-
take that. Like, I kind
Yeah.
of look that way.
I don't know
But-
why
Yeah,
we
but
allow you in public.
but you also have to go back and buy all that lab equipment in order to make the meth.
No, but you can just get
It's an
like
investment, Steve.
honestly.
It's a large investment.
I watched a couple documentaries, Drugs Inc. specifically, and that was really good. And they did one where it was people just cooking shit in their fucking house. Like they didn't have fancy lab equipment. You can literally like if you have the right supplies, you can cook that shit in your house.
Like the reason why Breaking Bad works.
Walter
is that guy
White,
was
man.
a genius, and he had good equipment. Like
Yeah, like there were
but they're like the dumbest people can make meth until it explodes in their basement. Like,
yeah, there was literally a
I
method.
love that. Literally the dumbest people. There should be a t-shirt.
Literally, guys, the
dumbest people can make meth.
It's so easy.
trust me, I know.
But no, like,
The White House blows up. It's not Independence Day, bitches.
that was just Russia. Fake news. Fake news.
It's Hillary. She's trying to stop
The White House blows up is completely fake news. Trust me.
Today, it was a meth explosion in the White House. The president said he was experimenting. He was not making meth. Fake news.
He said his dream was always to be a chemist, and he was experimenting.
Start with a small load
There-
of $1 million.
there were- We also
This has been Fox News.
we also found some strippers with keys in their buttholes.
And
pee on the floor, Donald.
In other news,
Just like, what
someone's
if-
been
no,
turning
it's
off the water heater.
Other fake news, you mean? And other fake news.
yeah, but no, like people can make meth in their fucking basements and in their kitchen. There was one where somehow they made it in like a 2-liter Sprite bottle. And they were just shaking it up, and when we get too compressed, they would kind of open it up a little bit,
Get at that
and it
air,
would
yeah.
let the air out, and it was like all the chemicals reacted. So when they would take it and drain it and filter it, they had meth, and they made it in a fucking 2-liter bottle.
Jesus.
Like
Well, I remember a few years back that they up in
That is
Leader.
kind of horrifying.
I think it
that's
was.
what I'm saying.
I think it
Like,
was up towards Leader Heights. Of 2 or 3 years back, like they found like this huge meth lab, like right around here. I think it's 2 or 3 years ago, but like. They said that was providing like 90% of the meth for like York, Lancaster, and Harrisburg.
Walter White.
Yeah, honest to God, dude. Like,
I mean, think about it. Somebody probably like snagged a laptop, got a hotspot, got all their stuff like covered so nobody can track them. Goes out in the middle of nowhere, figures out how to make meth, comes back, buys all the shit.
I mean, there's
and
no
then boom,
figuring
meth.
out about it. You just Google it.
But I mean, like, if I'm pretty sure if your ISP just saw like how to make meth,
That's
they're
why
gonna
you
be like,
Google it at the library.
Here's my question: Would they?
"Fuck."
Oh,
they-
wow. Glad you have ways around this.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna be smart.
But remember, we said the dumbest people make meth. So,
Would they?
so smart. I'm so smart.
Would they
Ask
ID
anybody.
children in order to get Sudafed? Or
Yeah,
they-
you have to be 18 plus.
Oh, you have to be
Yeah,
18 plus to
yes.
get Sudafed.
Yeah,
okay.
you do.
Yeah, That was like
And then you're not allowed to even snort it on the fucking counter there. You don't have to do anything.
Just give me meth. Let me store it.
I bought this. Let me enjoy it how I
Let me do it how I
want.
want to do
You
it.
want a butt, bro?
Like, hey man, you sound a little bit sniffly. You want some of this?
Luke just pulls out a beaten up credit card. He's like,
I like to mix mine with Fun Dip. It gives it a little bit of
Rolls up a
flavor.
$2 bill. Just
Oh my god, actually,
I call it a Jackson Street Jammer.
mixing with Fun Dip, that just makes me think of our friend Paul, who's on the New York Comic Con episode.
Cute.
I remember when we were like 14 or 15, he did snort Fun Dip.
Oh,
Like,
that's
you
like
know,
a dumb kid
I was
shit.
just thinking about something.
Exactly,
It'd be
like-
even better is if you used Sour Patch Kids and you dumped it all in Sour Patch Kids because it cuts up your gums, so it just gets in your bloodstream faster.
holy
Steve
shit.
got into this.
Steve, Steve,
How long did it take you to think of that? Bro, you should do this.
that'll be the phrase for like 90% of South York because that's where the college is
See,
tonight.
Yeah.
He's gonna come to you like, like how to like Sour Patch Kids. I need your advice on. I'm gonna sell this stuff as Molly. Let's call it Molly because one, I'll make money. Two, it won't kill people. It'll be fine. No one's gonna overdose on this, but you might have a little fun. Like,
I mean, that's good, the good old placebo effect in psychoactives. I mean, it's very real.
It's the new Quaaludes.
It
Yeah,
feels
you
like a
thought those were dead.
Quaalude. Yeah,
Sorry,
there was
I didn't mean
a,
to cut you off. Go ahead.
I don't remember what I was talking about. That was hilarious.
there was this one. I saw this one post one time where it was talking about all the things that were needed to make Quaaludes, and it was kind of like, you can make Quaaludes, but that's a fuck ton of effort. Why don't you just like fuck up your life other ways?
Just make up meth. Just grab a Sprite bottle. Come on now.
We do not endorse making meth. Do not go out and make meth.
Don't consume. Don't
Without Luke.
don't consume meth.
Don't. They're bad for you.
Although Method Man is fantastic, so listen to him.
Method Man.
Meth. Red
Id
meth.
Man.
Yeah.
There's a point to that.
How High? It's a good movie.
METHOD man. But like placebo effect and all that kind of stuff. It's very interesting how the mind works when you think you have something that is working.
When you read the studies and whatnot for placebo effects, like it's very, very curious because I mean, like I'm sure you've seen some of them, and I'm sure any of you guys have seen any of them where it's just like they're giving them sugar tablets, but they
sugar.
think they're taking like
Well,
They're double-
cholesterol pills
Right.
or something like
It's
that.
a double
There
blind,
was
so it's like
a-
they give you everybody one.
there
They
was
know
a-
which one they're taking.
anti-drug campaign. I can't remember what it was for. It was some big concert, and these guys bought all their drug. These people bought all their drugs, and they're like, "Well, bring your drugs over to us. We'll test you. You can still keep your drugs. We're not gonna make you.
We're not gonna take them.
We're not gonna take them.
Yeah.
but you can. We'll test them for you and see
Make
what's
sure they're
inside
safe.
them."
Purity, yeah.
And people were like, there's like rat poisoning in some of the things and
Oh,
stuff
God.
like that.
Oh yeah. They actually have like.
But when you're rolling on Molly, you don't care.
When you're rolling
Yeah, they
on
were
Molly,
finding
you're like, give me that
It
rat
wasn't
poison.
like pure Molly.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
there's-
like
yeah, there's-
mixed with talcum powder or
that's,
something.
like that's there's so much crap mixed into that stuff.
Oh yeah, but that's how. Okay, that's like for example, just with the drugs and the drug trade, like you'd be surprised, like you guys said, how much shit is actually in stuff, and that's how drugs are stretched. Like if you have half a kilo of something and you mix it, you can make 3/4 a kilo, and then you could flip that and you'll get more money than what you invested in it. And
So
that's
just
why
buy a
people do
bag
it.
of sugar
It's kind of
and mix
yeah.
it with cocaine, and we're
Apparently,
good.
it's baking
Powder
There
sugar.
you go.
Yeah, baking soda.
or powdered
Yeah.
sugar. Yes.
Yeah, baking soda. Some I think it was vitamin B is used to cut heroin, if I remember correctly.
I mean, hey, at least you're getting healthy off that stuff.
Yeah, you take some B vitamins and heroin, it cancels each other out.
Exactly.
It was like
I mean, Marcus in his
Vitamin B
advice
or D.
column earlier was telling us take a B vitamin before you're drinking. So
don't fucking do heroin.
Could you imagine how high a cocaine addict would get if they ate Sour Patch Kids and then rubbed their gums?
Just sugar high constantly.
well, I mean, the Sour Patch Kids like kind of tear up your gums anyway. So then you get it in, and it's like, woo!
Yeah, I mean, you ask somebody like, what's MDMA stand for, and they don't even know what the fucking means.
All I gotta say is that
looking at
Marcus
the wrong
again
Yeah,
was
sorry.
Marcus was saying take B vitamins, so now I know I'm gonna take my B vitamins. So I'm drinking.
Just a
Like,
little bit heroin.
yeah, you know, like, it's just like get the arm going and everything, get the belt out, you know.
Well, we all know.
Oh, Ray
It
Charles.
really is.
I think we both understand how the back
Yeah.
of a kitchen works.
What's that?
I think we both understand how the back of a kitchen works, because most of the time those people are drug addicts.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Well, it was like the time. This was like probably like September, October. So, where my buddy Greg used to live, his old house. He had some like really shady neighbors who lived upstairs.
Oh, right.
They were all heroin addicts, and there's like, but we made friends with this one girl who was like their friend. She seemed cool, like whatever. She like earlier that night she came down, hung out first, but before he went to the bar. Greg goes back. I'm up pretty late. It's like probably like 4 a.m. and I'm walking home and there's like an ambulance like right outside. Greg's like, oh God, please don't be Greg. And then I see her on the ground and she's just like, I thought I was watching someone die. Like she's like on the ground convulsing and then just done for a while. And I guess they got like I think it's fentanyl that
Fentanyl.
That
Fentanyl
is
for
the-
ODs.
right, yeah, and then so they once they got that, like they were trying to keep her awake, she wasn't breathing, and then it was like watching Pulp Fiction, the scene where they do the adrenaline shot.
Oh, sure,
She
yeah.
gets up and comes just like, whoa. Okay, I'm fine. Don't worry, it's all good. And she like gets up and starts trying to walk, and so I was like, "Nope, you're going to the
fucking
you're going
hospital."
To the hospital, right?" And she's like,
Yeah.
"No, I'm fine. It's all good." It's like,
And that's why
Yeah,
you
it's
don't
like-
do drugs,
I was
folks.
saying- I
It's
like-
scary stuff.
I literally just
Yeah.
walked up and like I was just watching to see it like right outside Greg's door, and ambulance. When the paramedics came out, he's like, "Were you here when?" I was like, "I just got here. Nope, I'm going inside. Nope, sorry."
But imagine like it being somebody you know, like that's gonna be absolutely
Yeah.
fucking terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I was-
I
like,
think,
seeing
I
that
think
girl-
it's terrifying just seeing even like a random stranger.
Like,
kind of
Yeah.
like just a few hours before, it's just fine, just talking.
Yeah, yeah.
no deal, and then it's like,
OD'd.
Yeah, but it's like if if you're in that situation and you have, like you said, it would be terrifying to see a random stranger have it happen to because you're like, fuck.
Let alone
Like-
someone that you know. Yeah.
Exactly, because then
yeah.
you have the sentiment of things that have happened and you're attached to them, and it's just like shit. And it's like one of the you can't help somebody in that situation because it's in them. Like I
Right,
remember,
right.
I
Like
remember,
it's already done. Like
yeah, I remember. I read a post one time, and it wasn't heroin; it was acid. Somebody had taken acid, and they were having like a terrible trip.
Bad trip.
bad trip.
And so the person that wrote it, he was just like, I'd never known, like, I'd never seen somebody's face that scared until I saw somebody having a bad trip, and you can't get out of it.
and that's the thing. You can't like. There's no
escape.
medical to do that. It's like you have to let it ride out.
Yeah,
That's
it's
true,
like it's a bad trip, and it's going to be a bad trip.
yeah.
And like that shit
mean-
is.
I mean, that's why, like, every time I've ever heard anyone, like, talking about, like, doing it or whatnot, like, especially when I've heard people talking about, like, doing it for the first time, someone has always been like, no, dude, like, you need to have someone who has done it before and is going to be sober, like, there with you.
Yeah, you need somebody
like, you
trip
need
sitting.
someone
You can't
there
go-
in case.
You can't go in with like a bad mindset either. It's because like no matter like if the mood you're in is gonna.
It's not like alcohol where you're like, I'm having a crappy day.
Yeah.
Let me drink to be
Right.
happy.
It's like it's totally whatever. It's
Still don't
gonna
do that 'cause
enhance
that's shitty,
whatever mood you're feeling. Like
Yeah,
It's
but-
about to say like that. I mean, that's the beauty of alcohol. It's just like I'm having a crappy day. Let me drink, and that'll make me feel better. I'm having a good day. Let me drink and keep making the day better.
go to
Nah.
the bar, dance to some flogging Molly.
Exactly.
I still say if you're having a shitty day, don't drink. Just chill the fuck out.
I mean,
I
don't
agree
become
with that.
dependent on it.
no, absolutely.
No, but I'm saying like there's just situations where
It was like
people,
Kanye said, the plan was drink until the pain's over. But what's worse, the
pain or the hangover.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sometimes the latter.
nothing. Like I don't feel that.
All right, yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
that inside.
yeah,
Yeah, we get it.
never emotionally stepped on.
The pain is worse.
So-
But
It's got
there's
less
no
steps
so,
than
you
Britney.
know.
So I'm gonna
That means
sidetrack
that
this
ain't
for a
stepped
second.
on,
Hit us.
Dickney.
Steve Bannon in The Fourth Turning.
Have
you heard
We
about
get
it?
it. You're mad about the election still.
We had a whole episode about this, Steve.
Sorry,
We've
go
done
ahead.
this already.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
No. You come downstairs and every day you see Steve disgruntled, like eating breakfast, like shoveling waffles in his face, like fucking election. God damn. And he's got like the old time,
He is
like
Captain Crunch and he bites his tongue.
God dang it, Steve Ben.
I just found a new way to take meth.
bites his tongue. Goddamn Red Scare. he's got like the old timey paper hats like tilted to the side that they used to give out to the voters and like the sash, and he's just like, "Fucking America, god damn it!"
All right. Anyway, Steve Bannon.
Yes, go
Well,
ahead, Steve, sorry.
the fourth turning. So it's this theory that there's 4 generations in American history, and he believes that we are on the 4th turning, which is the 4th generation, which is the hero generation, in which us, the millennials, are going to have to fight a freaking World War III. That's his plan. He's trying to start World War III.
Let me. All right, let me.
It gets Islamic.
Let me take this from you real quick. And
Go ahead.
I just have a really serious message here. This is for Steve Bannon from the Trophy Husbands. You can eat a bag of dicks.
Go
Like,
fuck
fuck you.
We
I
fully
fight
endorse
shit.
We are the Trophy Husbands. We endorse this message. Go fuck yourself.
Exactly.
A bag of dicks,
No,
damn
I mean,
it.
the whole thing is, though, is like the guy, he's Catholic, and he's even against Pope Frank. Like, Pope Frank has been
he's
awesome.
like all about the extremist, like conservative priests and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, there's,
And
there's a couple like super right and like cardinals and whatnot
Right.
that he's friends with and whatnot, and they're just like, Pope Frank can go eat a dick, and it's like, no, Pope Frank is awesome. Like, I mean,
Like-
I say Pope Frank, and it's Pope Francis, but
yeah.
I'm pretty sure if I went up to him, I'm like, hey, what's up, Pope Frank? He'd be okay with that. Like, he'd be
I
like,
just
oh,
want to.
hey.
I just want to see this Bannon character. First of all, this shit sounds like something.
I want to see. I want to see
This-
him in a TV interview and see him get punched in the face by a random dude.
No, this shit
That
sounds.
would be awesome.
This sounds like some fucking like Fantastic Four Doombot shit. Like fuck, like, yo, fuck this shit. Like I'm not fighting no fucking war.
Yeah, we're gonna turn into like what's his country? What's Doctor Doom's country? Sylvania or
So
something?
yeah, it's one of those like.
It's a made up country.
Yeah.
But it's one of it's supposed to be like in that Western or Eastern Europe
Eastern
area. I mean,
Europe,
Yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah.
turn into that probably.
exactly.
Like, yeah.
And Steve Bannon's gonna be our overlord.
Oh God.
Oh fuck.
Oh well, actually, did you?
Latveria, that's what it is. Latveria.
There we go,
It
yeah.
sounds real, but
It does.
It's
But
not.
I mean, did you see like people were putting out where they're just like, "Oh, Steve Bannon's actually running the country," to which Trump like then tweeted like, "I'm totally in control. It is all me. Every decision is me." And I'm like, I don't know if I don't want to be claiming that.
Well, I said this to Maggie. I was like, the most concerning thing about Steve Bannon is he doesn't react to anything that you say about him.
No, because
Fucking Doombot.
Exactly.
Doombot.
Call me a robot. He is
It's
a
not like-
robot.
it's
He's
not
the
like
smart
Kelly-
one sitting back like, you're baiting me. I'm not going to do it. It's like, okay, good on you, dude, but you're still a dick.
Breitbart News.
Yeah, I mean, but think about it. What's okay from a standpoint of just strategics? What looks better on your character? If somebody comes at you and you're just like, "Oh, well, fuck you," and like,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
if you sit back,
If you
like,
sit calmly,
yeah, you guys might squab it out, but if you kind of maybe say your piece and you might have a little bit of an argument, but then you kind of sit back and you might say something here, something there, you might reach out a little bit, but if you're not losing your shit, you look
a lot better.
way better.
I mean,
that's
well-
just
No, you're right. You're totally
well,
right.
the thing is that kind of goes into something I tweeted earlier this week, because earlier this week over the Affordable Care Act, there was a debate between Ted Cruz and Bernie Sanders, essentially the two runner-ups to
Yeah.
the presidential elections. And so it's kind of
Second
weird. It's like
place.
an alternative, like, it was like an alternate, like,
Do they get
universe.
participation trophies?
they better. They're gonna feel left out.
But the thing is, though, is like they had huge disagreements, but it never became as ugly as the presidential debates did. Like they were very respectful towards each other, and I watched the entire
Yeah.
thing, and I was like, "This." I tweeted about. I'm like, it's really refreshing in this current climate to see two people that can have completely alternative ideas
And it's
still
still-
just debate and discuss it like normal people. Like
And it's
not
awesome to see Bernie, fighting his ass off. Too.
Exactly. It's always good to see Bernie just doing his thing. But yeah, like it's just nice to see people just, I don't know, like after how we've had, and then there's the current climate right now where Mitch McConnell shut up Elizabeth Warren in Congress the other day when she was reading Loretta Scott's
Liz Scott King, yeah.
yeah. Her one note from like the 60s or 70s and whatnot. Like, it's such a tension-filled
Scott King.
climate.
Yeah, sorry.
And I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's
Dumb.
so good to see. It was so refreshing to see two people completely
Yeah.
different ideas just being able to discuss and argue. Like, they got in each other's way here and there, but none of it was ever rude. They're just like, no, like, I disagree with you on this. And
He
like,
pulled out like some bullshit reason to stop her from being able to talk to Sessions during
it was a super old rule from like literally the
Lynching days?
1800s, like the 1780s or the 1800s, like where you're not allowed to defame
Fellow senators.
another senator.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, she wasn't. She was literally reading a letter. Like,
So he essentially like pulled the Munchkin move. Where
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm tired, bitch.
exactly.
transferable potion. Destroy your monster. Oh, you can't get to level 10 now. Fuck you.
That's exactly what
Steal
she
your
did. though.
equipment.
Oh,
exactly what he
Steve
did.
Chow. What? kill a hireling, go up a level. Fuck you.
Oh my God.
Yo, shoes are dead. That is such a bullshit card too. Anyway,
But, I
continue.
mean, that card literally prevented one of our friends, Stephen Mine's friend, Joe, not Joe Stein, but another Joe, from winning the game. Like, he was about to win the game, and then Joe Stein actually threw the
It happened
card.
to Ian too.
It did happen to Ian. But
Ian
the
was
first
like
time...
this close, and he's
and then
like,
someone threw down, like, they were this close, and then someone threw down, your shoes untied!
it might have been Paul who threw it down because Paul was getting like shafted that entire game.
That's usually how it works.
And it was just like that -2 that we needed to keep them from winning.
No. Whoever gets fucked with or can't win eventually just says fuck it and fucks with whoever else is winning.
just
Of course, of course.
It's
It
like
just
the
turns
one
into
time-
Russia.
Oh!
I played Munchkin one time with you guys. Well, it was like Marcus and I think like Will and Eric and Liz.
Yeah, back at Will's
Yeah,
place.
yeah.
It was at my place one time, and Mark's like half falling asleep. Was like, and I'm doing pretty well. I was like, wait, I can come back. I can win this. Yeah. He's like half asleep. He's just like, yeah, fuck you. Ended up winning. He's like, yeah, I'm going to bed. So, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I've never been a run and gun. I've always kind of chilled. But unless the only time I used to do it is if I got hirelings, because hirelings.
Yeah, absolutely.
You sell something and it's double the price. So I'm just selling everything. I'm like, I'm gonna get before anybody gets good cards. I'm just going. Like fuck you guys. Like I'm selling like good shit. Like I'm selling a wand of dowsing, which is like I think
That's like
1200
500 or something.
No, it's
yeah.
1200.
Oh, 1200.
And so like I drop that, I get 2 levels. So it's like shit
Well,
like
the plus side of that though is you don't have a bunch of stuff just sitting around on your
that. Yeah, so people don't
So-
steal your shit. and
yeah,
all, so-
like
But yeah, I'm very like I don't go out of my way to fuck with people. I just play the game, and then when it's time to knuckle up,
Don't
like,
hate the
fuck.
player, hate the game.
Exactly.
at some points it could get really bad where it's like you're stuck on level 1.
Oh,
and
yeah.
everyone's just preventing you from getting the 2.
It's like, well,
Everyone's just shaking.
Didn't that
like,
happen to
don't
you
know
the
what
one
to do.
game and you were getting so pissed off? You're like, why can't I not advance? Like, weren't you technically speaking, because you were pulling bad cards too. Like, you had a curse on you at one point that like technically you should have been at like -2 level at one point.
Yeah, it was bad. I did not like that.
That's like
That's when you stockpile cards to really fuck with people.
It's like when you're playing a video game and everybody's getting like awesome power ups and shit, and you're just like another banana peel. Oh, wait. Fucking Mario Kart. Like when you're in first place. Yeah, when you're in
You get
first
the
place.
Luigi mean mugging. Like,
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic.
I love the Luigi mean mug.
I that's the only thing that sucks about being in first, because it's like you might get like a green shell or just something stupid, but then everybody else is like blue shell,
Blue
3 red
shells, yeah.
like,
lightning, bam.
yeah, lightning, super mushroom,
You
and
know
then
You know what game I love? I love Risk. But Risk takes so long. to
Risk
Yeah.
tears
It's a
friendships
It's a
apart.
commitment. Like, you have to make sure you've got a solid 5 hours.
See if I have Risk if you want to play it.
Do you have it now?
Yeah, it's over there
Oh,
in my
man.
room.
Hey, we're doing a podcast right now.
Let's
Yeah,
I'm
play-
just saying
we
later,
don't
like
have 3
tomorrow
days
or
to play
something.
Risk.
Yeah, sorry.
Like, I do have
I
it.
have to
Like,
work
we can totally
Monday.
play.
yeah, me too. Like Tuesday.
Me
though.
too.
Me also.
Yeah,
We all
as well.
are responsible adults and work on
I don't
Monday.
know, I fake it well.
Do you though? Do you fake it well,
Like I said,
or do you just think you fake it well?
Yeah, that's the thing. Maybe it's an illusion of. I think
It's an illusion of your own design.
It's like, yeah, I think I'm looking really fucking classy, huh? Got my monocle and my top hat. My
They had,
canes
like, a-
going by.
Exactly.
And then, no, he's just stumbling in the middle of the street.
They had like a reinvented
You wouldn't even
form
recognize
of
me on
Risk.
the weekdays,
It was
guys.
like
You're the monocle.
you had to get leveled up points in order to take over something.
Right.
Have you played the newer Risk? It's not that good. I don't enjoy it at all.
No, I haven't.
It's kind of like Advance Wars, if you remember that for the game.
Oh yeah, I loved Advance Wars.
Advance Wars was so much fun.
Because
and-
I mean that all kind of follows into. I mean, prior to the podcast, Steve and I talked about it. Nintendo just put out a Fire Emblem app, which is free to play. And I mean, like Advance Wars and Fire Emblem were kind of in that same like turn-based battle genre, which I loved. Like I adore that kind of genre, and like that's why I was into all the Final Fantasies and whatnot when I was a kid. Like I think that stuff's really fun.
But it always sucked when you thought you were gonna win, and then like it's somebody else's turn, and they just slowly. Because you like they don't win in one turn, but they win in like 3 or 4 turns, and they just shit on you. Just
And you can just see it happening, yeah.
Yeah, there's like nothing you can do. You're getting fucked in the mouth, and it's
You
just
just
like,
end
what?
it. I just end it because I'm not watching myself fully have the inserted penis.
You know.
Oh fuck!
Seems like I feel the head going. Nope, I'm out.
Steve just rage quits and just takes his loss.
That's why I did with Fire Emblem earlier. I was in a match and I was like, I'm not sitting through this.
Not taking that full dick in.
That's the digital equivalent of fuck you. I'm taking my ball and going home.
And that was just about it. And at the very end,
Back
they shove
to
a
the
key
playground.
right up there.
Major key.
I am too hungover for this shit.
Too unsober for you.
See, I was enjoying my most least sobriety of the new year. I'm trying.
No, we had a good time last night.
Yeah, we had. Don't get me wrong, it was awesome. I'm just starting to think why did I enjoy this?
Because you're with me and I'm awesome.
Oh my god, ego, it hurts.
No. The worst drunk is when you say to yourself, you're just like, all right, I'm not gonna get drunk tonight. I'm gonna have 1 or 2. I'm gonna be good.
Rachel
it's gonna be a
and I
fun
used
night.
to do that shit all the time.
Well, what makes
it was one night I had a paper. Well, not really. It was like a 2-page paper due. It was like I gotta sit down and do this. I gotta watch a movie first. Do it whatever. And so, but she texts me. It's 9:00. So, you going out tonight? And
Rachel.
Yeah, our friend
Perfect.
Rachel. She texts me. You going out tonight? It's I gotta write a paper. I don't think so. It's well, you just want to go get a beer? Sure. And I was okay. So, yeah, just stop over my dorm real quick. We'll hang out for a bit, and then we'll head over. It's let's just rip some shots. It's all right. So take a few. It's I was you ready? I was let's go. You want to go to the bar? She's let's do some more. I was yeah, let's do some more. And then next thing you know, you're 6-7 shots deep, and then you get to the bar. It's Thursday, whatever the special was on Thursdays there, and you get a bunch of whatever.
It used to be $1 Wells. Back in the day, Marcus
We're not
remembers.
all as old as you.
Marcus remembers back in the day when they used to do $1 Wells.
Back when they had
Thursdays and
wagons and horses.
Oh my god! Ah man!
Back when we were shipping through the river there for gold.
Oh god!
But then
Back when Sergeant York was a thing.
Can we just go to the burn unit now? Shit.
so
I need some care.
One drink at Murph's turns into a bunch, and it's 2 a.m. It's you want to go back to Tom's for a while? Let's hang out. Let's go. It's sure. We'll go
Somewhere
back for
in the back
an
of your
hour.
head, they're I still need to write this paper.
Right, yeah. It's I'll do it eventually. So then 4 a.m. rolls around, and
You know we can't do
not
it.
even the end.
That's just the climax.
Yeah, I walk over to Rachel's, walk her back to her dorm, and it just she's you want to take some more shots? We just kept drinking till 6 a.m. And it's oh God, no!
Why did I do this?
No, I said I wasn't gonna do this.
And it's almost like you time warp.
Yeah,
Let's do the time.
the sun comes up, and you're walking home. You're oh.
Because you're like, all right. So everyone's it's always just let's go out. And you're all right,
All right,
I'm down.
yeah, for a little
Down.
bit.
And you go and you hang out and you're sitting there And it's early. It's like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and everyone's just like, "We're doing shots. We gotta fucking
All
gotta
right,
handle
one.
this."
I'll be going for
Yeah,
one.
Yeah, I'll have one. I'll have
Just one more
2.
thing.
Yeah,
5. I'll have 12.
You will.
15.
You do that. And that's
then
what
so-
you do.
well, and it's like 7 a.m. and all I want to do is go to bed, but I can't even like watch this stupid movie that I have to watch before I write the paper.
Gilbert
And
Grape?
I'm just like, it
It was Gilbert
hurts.
Grape, wasn't it?
What the
It was
fuck?
the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, like a German
Oh,
expressionist
damn.
silent movie.
That's wrong.
I actually remember talking about that
I mean,
before.
the thing is, it's a solid movie.
I've seen that.
Yeah, it's a
I've
solid
seen
movie.
that.
It's really artistic and creative. But I'm just sitting there like,
But drunk
I
and
can,
like going
dying.
into the hangover, you're like, I don't want to do
Oh
this.
God, no! And then the thing is, like, I couldn't make it through. It was supposed to be 2 pages. I wrote a page and a half.
That's what you say. So I couldn't get through this, so I watched Buster Keaton.
Watching him trip over some shit. So I handed my paper that afternoon, like 2 minutes late, whatever. He's not there. Like, I just slip it in, like. And then so I get to class,
Breathe,
like,
Marcus.
you okay?
I don't know what killed him.
Yeah, which part is hurting right now? Tell me what hurts.
I just like imagine everything like you're hungover and you hate everything. It's just like all right. It's just like a silent, like artsy fucking film, and you're just like, what the fuck? Like why? What?
Exactly.
Why?
Like, you know, when, you
This
know how
is
like
not
when
the
you're
Big
really tired,
Lebowski.
you literally have to use your arm to hold your head up. Like that's
It's literally doing the opposite of what the
it's-
alcohol was doing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's making time go so slow.
Right. So,
Like,
but-
wait a minute, how much am I into this movie? Only 3 minutes? It felt
Yeah.
like 15.
Yeah, it's like, and then you get like an inner title every 10 minutes to steer what they say, like so you know what they're talking about.
It's like
and it's
walls
like, oh
of
my
dialogue.
God, So, and then I go to class on Tuesday, and I was like, he hands my paper, and he like, you know, like when you do bad on a test, the teacher does kind of like the fold over,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
face down. I'm like, oh geez, how bad? He's like, it's like C+. I'm like,
I'll take it.
I was like, and he's like, there's so much more you could write about this film. This was like a good start, but there's so much more like intricate like stuff you could go about. I was like,
Look around the room.
What?
Everyone got C pluses.
yeah, I was like, exactly. No, like some kid, like my friend next to me is like, I got a C. I was like, I got a C+. He's like,
I
I saw
told
you.
you when I was
He's like, I
drunk.
saw you Thursday night. You're an asshole. I was like, whatever, fine,
But,
I'll take it.
You know, you talking about that, though, makes me think of last night, even, with you were texting. You're just like, hey, like, so what's everyone up to? Because, like, you know, like, let's
yeah.
let's not go a hard night.
Right,
Let's
yeah.
go, like, a medium night or
Exactly.
something.
It's like,
Like
oh,
a
man,
medium weird.
yeah, let's get, that's exactly what
a
we said.
little bit
Let's get
weird.
medium
Let's get
weird.
medium
Not
weird
too weird, but
tonight.
medium weird.
I'm gonna
We
take
got weird.
I'm gonna take a
Oh,
hard stretch on this because it's about Harry Potter. I watched Harry Potter last night, and we're sitting there.
How
And it's
weird was that?
it's the very end of the movie, and like Gryffindor's in 4th place and Slytherin's in 1st place, and then
Dumbledore starts shelling out points like it's no problem.
Dumbledore just comes out of nowhere. He's like, well, because Gryffindor did some awesome things this year, I'm gonna give them
That the rest of the school hasn't heard about. Like, mind
yeah,
you.
right. I'm gonna give Gryffindor 60 points, and they win. And Slytherin's over there like, we worked our asses
Yeah.
off this year, and you take this all away from us. Why?
Dumbledore is the epitome of favoritism. Like,
That's like
What
when
a
you,
dick.
when you have that one coworker that does whatever the fuck they want and they don't get fired.
yeah.
And you're just like, what? He's a fucking asshole. Fire him! Like, what are you doing?
And it's like, I do something slightly wrong, and then they get like my fucking head ripped off.
I'll be honest, I was that guy when I worked in the restaurant because I was there so long, 5 years, which in restaurant business is like infinity. And I remember we had a new chef came in. He was really arrogant and like demanded everyone called him chef. I didn't call him chef.
No,
Like,
I
sir.
would have called him Chef.
No,
Chef
I
Boyardee.
called him. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what his name was. I don't remember off the top of my head. But like, I called him like whatever his name was, like Scott, and I would call him Cotton, based off the Dodgeball movie.
Oh,
And I'd
bold
call him
move, Cotton.
And
You will not be able to see
and
very
the
well.
thing is like another guy that I was working with at the time. he pulled over and said to him, like, because him and I were, like, the only ones that didn't call him chef, and he pulled over the other kid at one point, like, you only call me chef. Like, that is what, he never had that discussion with me. And I'm like, that's because he couldn't fire me even if he wanted to, because the owners loved me. And at one point, I remember an order came in, because he had redone the entire menu, and I didn't know how to make the order. So I just went in, I went out, because he had just gotten off work, and he's sitting out in the bar, and I went out to him, I'm like, dude, order came in, I don't know how to do it, it's above my pay grade. I'm like, you gotta come back and do it. And he's just like, what'd you say? I'm like, it's above my pay grade, I don't know how to do it, you do it. And like, he gave me like this really pissed off look, because like I said, he'd just gotten off work, and I'm like, look, man, like, it's your menu. You never taught me how to do it. Like, you want to be pissed off at me, go ahead. But I was completely that dick that it's like, I could do and say anything I wanted and not get fired because the owners loved me.
Well, that's a little different. Gryffindor...
But you're not totally abusing it, though.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I was justified.
Yeah.
Except for,
Exactly.
like, the whole chef thing. Like, I understand, like, it's supposed to be, like, a respect. I'm like, I don't have respect for you, so I'm going to call you Cotton.
It's like,
I'm like, that's a bold move there, Cotton.
If you watch the scene with Gryffindor, Gryffindor's got these puppy dog guys go, why? Why are we in fourth place? What did we do? Did we do something wrong? And then, like, Slytherin's over there like, we have all these books, we're reading, we're doing stuff.
Even though we're, like, all kind of assholes, we do well.
Gryffindor's sitting there like, don't you like us anymore?
It's like, babe,
Come on. You said you'd give
Gryffindor is like that cute, dumb girl.
but you said you'd give me 60 points. Why not? Just this one
breaking
time.
This is one time.
That's right.
I just need 60 points to win. Why not?
Like, sorry, girl.
Come on,
you're
babe.
not,
That was so frustrating too, because
sorry, like, you're not that pretty.
if you're like,
Oh.
if you're watching it as a kid, you're like, yeah, Gryffindor, and then but you're watching as
As
an
an
adult,
adult.
you're like, Slytherin like did
They
nothing
earned that.
wrong, and they've just been shit on this entire movie.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're inherently assholes. That's why. Like,
No, they're not inherently assholes because they don't get the fair shake.
But you're
they're
raised
assholes.
to think they are.
supposed to think they are. It's like, come in with their name Slytherin. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, they got jerked. As people like to say in the rap battle world, they got jerked. Meaning, like...
I don't mind getting jerked. Like,
No, but that's a different expression.
Did you go to the key shop earlier?
He did.
Why does the key shop now sound like a fucking strip club? Like, yo, bro, you trying to go to the key
He's
shop
trying to go to the key
tonight?
shop, man.
oh my
I went out to
God.
get a pack of cigarettes. I never came back.
K-Dad. Like,
That's-
my dad's awesome. I'm kidding. He's real.
Yeah.
He's still there.
He's still there.
He did go to the key shop and never came back.
I'm gonna go visit him later today.
Yeah. I could just see, like, our phones blowing up, and then it's just Maggie's like, have you guys seen Steve? Has he been in the key shop again? Like,
I heard he was going to get some keys or something like that.
He was out on the street yelling about Slytherin and Gryffindor.
He was real mad.
I think
Okay,
he's
your
drunk.
girlfriend, she saved my life today, kind of. Well, not really. It was
Go
You
on.
saved your phone's life.
yeah. So, at some point last night, I don't know, lost my phone. Like I said,
Oh,
last
you're
night
that
it
girl
was
at the
like, pretty
party.
blurry, like near the end of the night. And it's like, I'm pretty sure I brought it back from Holy Hound, but I couldn't remember it. I was like, I had no like way of definitively remembering that I had my phone. I was like, damn it. So I remember like last night at one point.
After he broke it the other weekend.
Yeah, after I broke my phone last weekend. I'm like, yeah, got a new phone, lost it. Idiot. So
We should just get you one of those little, like, necklaces where you can put your phone on so you can't lose it.
We need to get him one.
it's like the epilepsy necklaces. Jesus Christ.
Those are like the old
like-
people necklaces.
Yeah, condition. Like a life alert from.
Exactly.
But so I'm like, I remember like frantically searching around your guys' apartment last night. Like Nick, I'll do for me. He called my phone a bunch of times. Like it was on silent, I guess. Like I couldn't find it anywhere. So I got up this morning.
He's dumb.
And I'm still like, oh, fuck that. Where is it? Like frantically searching around. So Maggie comes downstairs. Like I'm putting on my jacket. She's like, lost my phone. Broke it last weekend. Just went on a mini rant. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, so I just like I go sit down on the couch for like 2 minutes. She comes in the room. It's like, is this your phone? Like, it's like, where was it? It was underneath the shoe rack. It's like, whatever, thank you.
You were just hanging them up.
Yeah,
just hanging it up.
Drive up there.
So, drunk Luke actually found 2 army men in the street, like green army men, and then he was like filming an army men sci-fi shoe battle, and he forgot that his phone was there and passed out, and then he totally freaked out because drunk Luke didn't leave a note for sober Luke that the army men were fighting the evil shoes under the shoe rack.
Drunk Luke is an asshole. Well, so
I can't tell the difference.
You're right.
So is sober. Man,
Yeah. Oh no, I can absolutely tell the difference.
But oh yeah.
Oh yeah, no, there's no
One is
doubt.
way sloppier.
You're not sloppy when you're sober.
Okay.
Bang.
Dude's got jokes.
Hey.
Jokes over here.
Yeah.
Again, it just comes back to just putting down Luke. Like that's what this podcast is about.
I'm gonna be sober. You'll never make fun of me again.
Wait, no,
Next
wait,
week,
this
Luke,
was,
I'm
this
so
was, wait,
hungover.
turning this around, this was back on you.
Yeah.
No. It's a new year, new person to poop on.
New year, new poop.
the year of the Nick. It just has a giant Irishman on it.
I was just about to say, like, the
Definitely,
thing though
like,
is, like, I can get drunk and still maintain myself.
Do you
So,
have any, like 5x7s? I can use it like to put on like a dartboard. Like, it's for my room.
I'll get a glamour shot of me.
I can get you a discount.
You know a guy?
I know.
He knows the guy who knows the guy.
Nick,
who goes
we're-
to the key shop.
We're going to get our pictures taken today. We need you to come along.
Why am I the only one getting my picture taken? You'll
worry
find
about
out.
it.
Why am I holding a giant lollipop?
I was about to say, do I do like a Marilyn Monroe with like the blowing up the skirt? Like,
Oh god, that's a mental image I did not need.
I was just thinking
Wait.
of the stupid sailor boy outfit with the lollipop.
oh, that one. too.
Still
I
scary as
don't
shit.
need that one either. Okay, guys.
If you listen closely, you
I
can
have
hear
a-
the sound of boners withering everywhere.
Come on, I'm a pretty man.
Aren't we all? But we don't need to wear that shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't care how pretty you are. No. You can't pull off a Marilyn Monroe. Sorry.
I mean, but we can work on the trophy husband's calendar.
Oh well, yeah.
Oh,
Wait till
absolutely.
summer rolls around.
Yeah.
Or summer
I'll
bods
get a
out.
photographer for my Iceland trip. It's like, you need to take pictures of me looking majestic over these glaciers. Like,
See this sea lion? I want to be laying on it.
I wanted to be embraced in my arms.
But in July we have to have the beach picture. All of us on the beach is like, yeah.
I'm down.
When's
Let's do it.
trophy husband's vacay? I mean, like, we've got. Like,
I mean, my uncle does have a beach house that if I ask him, it's down in Delaware. If I ask him, he'd let us use it for like a weekend.
I'd be down.
Yeah, I'm in. Like,
Let's do
if
it.
He wants us to. If he wants us to pitch money to him or something. Like,
No, he's been good about it. Like, I've never done it myself, but my brother and my sister have both just been like, hey, uncle, we're going to be down. Like, can we use it on this weekend? And he's like, yeah, sure, go for it. Because, like, that's
Is
his.
it
That's
relevant?
his. It's, Dewey, I think?
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's like his actual house while he has like an apartment up in New York. But like that's the house, like that's his retirement house
Right.
kind of thing.
Nice.
And that he's been investing into. But yeah, like he's very open to any of my siblings and I like using it. I haven't done it like I said, but my brother and my sister have. So
Well,
we could totally do it.
Let's do it. I'm saying let's do that.
hell yes.
We could do an episode down there and everything. It'd be wild.
It'd be sweet.
Just find a weekend. Let's do it. I'm down.
Yeah. Let's plan now, so then I can talk about how I'm not going to get fucked up, and then
You will.
4 shots later, I'm just like, this song's about me.
4 shots, weak son.
All right, maybe 5.
It's cheaper.
It is.
Just gonna throw that out there.
I mean, that's
Mr. 12 shots. It was a few.
You sound like a boxer, like 12 shots, Lens.
I mean, that's why
Here's some maple donuts. Don't give him donuts. Just give him a full box of shots.
I mean, technically,
Here's a glazed shot. Here's a maple shot.
did you want coffee? I think
delicious.
not.
I'm
I'm just gonna say though, like, that's why I drink after I've given blood when they specifically say don't drink
It's like,
for
hey,
24
don't do
hours,
that.
and I'm like, I'm a cheap drink tonight.
It's like, when I go to donate plasma, it's like, don't smoke for an hour, don't drink for 24 hours. I
Walk down, like,
I walk out of the door, just
lights it up.
You're not supposed to do that. Yeah, whatever.
See, I
lights the blood drive on fire.
So yeah, exactly. Yep.
Not supposed to do that.
I didn't read
You
it.
don't do that.
Like, was it in the pamphlet? No.
Clearly said not to do it at the end.
Dude,
I thought you just meant cigarettes.
if you read here, it clearly says "Do not light facilities on fire." Whoops.
Did I do that?
Did I do that?
I mean, yeah, that's like Steve Urkel and Blackout Drunks are the only ones to say that.
Luke fucking Steve Urkel.
Did I do that? So you wake up in the
Family
morning.
Matters is an awful show. I thought it was good when I was little.
I've never
I
sat
remember
down.
watching it.
I went
I've never
back
sat
and
down
watched it, and I was like, "This, I don't get this at
That's
all."
like 90s TV, 80s,
like-
90s TV in general. It's just like
Like Full House. And
Full
all that.
House,
It's
yeah.
garbage.
Yeah.
Nah, dude, some of those Nickelodeon shows were gold. Like Salute Your Underwear.
salute your shorts.
I
How
do.
Salute
old-
Your Shorts, yeah.
How old are you? I don't know what you're talking about.
Marcus
I
knows
did
it.
like Sabrina the Teenage Witch. That is a good show.
Well, you know, Melissa
That's
Joan
still-
Hart.
She was kind of
Back in the day.
This is every like 10-year-old's heartthrob. You know, Dick didn't wiggle a little bit for
I
her.
mean,
You're swinging for the other team,
Yours-
which is fine. I'm just
Yours
saying.
truly
like,
was a posh spice man. I dig.
Oh, no, you know
Victoria
what was funny?
Beckham.
Is I was introducing my co-ops to all that the other day. And
All that.
I showed them the intro, and they're like, the original intro,
Yeah.
and they're just like, "Oh my god, this is so '90s," and I'm like,
it really
"It was
is.
awesome."
It was.
I'm like, and
it's all of them just kind of like weirdly dancing, like.
yeah, like, and,
having
well,
fun.
one of them was like, "Oh, I remember this show with Amanda Bynes," and I'm like, she was on like the 7th or 8th season. Like, I remember the
Yeah.
OG crew.
Yeah.
I thought Amanda Bynes was there early on.
She was
No,
there.
she was later. She was later
though.
on.
She was later on, but it wasn't like season 7. It was like season probably like
She
4
wasn't
or
the
5,
original.
maybe.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's
sure.
like my favorite thing is that Kenan Thompson. You know, he was one of the originals, I think.
I mean, then
And
they
now-
got Keenan and Kel.
Right, and now he's on SNL. It's like he grew up.
What happened
nice.
to Kel?
No, I
was a
actually
mystery
saw
man
that
20
no,
years ago.
No, I actually saw that. Kel actually does orange soda parties and DJs.
What?
He does orange soda
Can we go?
DJ parties at
Can we
bars.
go?
Oh,
Like
where
that's
are
what he's
these?
doing now.
Does he say "Welcome to the Good Burger" while he's at it?
I don't know.
Let me hear you
Welcome
say
to Good Burger,
orange.
home of the good.
Oh,
You
Burger.
say
soda.
soda.
Well, did you guys see they actually they had him on SNL?
yeah, they
'Cause
did-
They
they-
did with
Good
Keenan,
Burger.
like the Good Burger.
Yeah,
it
because he was
hilarious.
the dude. He was the other dude.
I have
and
to
then,
watch that. I haven't-
No, Google it. It's
And then,
funny. I mean, it's as though you're watching an old All That sketch.
Yeah.
Like,
Great.
I,
loved
am
all
Lester Oaks, construction worker.
yes.
Yeah. They brought,
I'm repairman, man.
why does that remind me of Dante?
man.
Oh, I can kind of see it.
Yeah, now that you say that, it's like glass shattering. Like, wait, hold on.
What do you do?
Repairman.
Repairman.
Reminds me of Dante for some reason.
Hey, Dante, if you're listening, thanks for texting me back last night.
Oh, well, you never heard back from Lizzie either. Did
No,
you?
Lizzie said she was going.
You
to
got too
somewhere
caught
or
up with
another.
those army men.
You did. Those army men, the shoe battle,
That's
it was
what
epic.
happened to
Did
your
I
shoe.
do that?
I do that.
Did I do
That's
that?
what happened to Steve's shoe last night.
That's right.
Oh my god.
That's what happened.
I am sorry for getting so angry about that. That was just.
It's just Trump's got me in an uproar.
It just happened. Like, I heard you and I was like,
It's
is
like
something like did Steve fall down and hurt himself? Like what's up? Like
it's like every morning I wake up to a new bullshit thing that he says. It's like it just piles on.
Gotta ruin my day from the start.
so then you just took the rage out on the shoe.
It's just like
I feel like he's like you ever seen 500 Days of Summer?
Yeah.
You know, like when Joseph Gordon-Levitt's on the bus, he's talking about I hate Summer. I hate her hair. I hate this way she
weird,
walks down the
yeah,
street.
yeah.
He's on the bus. He's like, I hate this fucking song. The guys,
That's
sir, you're gonna have to get off the bus.
That's Steve every morning. He's like, I hate his stupid face. I hate the way he makes these fucking dumb accusations, and I hate the way he doesn't react to shit. I hate the way he eats. It's like all this irrational shit.
Yes.
And
I hate these fucking shoes.
Steve's writing his own fan fiction where him and Bannon get into a fist fight, and you're like, it's like WrestleMania.
Well,
Sorry,
okay,
Steve.
I'm gonna
Love
end
you.
it here. But like I said, the only thing I'm concerned about is that he doesn't react. Steve Bannon
yes.
does
Yeah.
not
I mean,
react.
he was the head of Breitbart News. Like, he knows how not to react with terrible things that
This
he
means
says.
you'll never hear a reply for it. Drake and Steve Bannon.
All right.
And on that, let's call it a sode.
I'm starting to get less phased by it. Whatever.
It's like the first time you take heroin, it's a thing, and then like
You had a fucking heroin! Of all things, heroin?
Steve, do we need to have an intervention? That's what this trip to the beach is actually gonna be. Just get him away from York for a while.
for a little bit.
Stay out in the sun and the beach. Like,
it sounds like
as soon as
sounds
we
like a
move
really
downtown,
bad
you know?
indie movie. Like we're going on this road trip. We're going.
Let's make that.
Spring break.
oh my god.
Spring
Spring break with the trophy
for-
husbands.
Everyone starts finding themselves. Luke finds his girl. Marcus
Trust, I don't have trouble.
figures out some type of big business scheme that he's now becoming rich off of.
Let's do it.
What about me, Steve?
Nick drives the car.
I like that!
You know what? I'll take it because that means I'm perfect already.
Or he's not that important of a character.
You're a fucking cab driver.
Are you our Uber?
I'm your friend, guys.
No, Nick went downhill, and now he's just like driving Uber to get his life a little back on track. He's like,
Okay, that works.
Nick's that one random seedy guy that's out at 5:30 in the morning after the bar. He's just like the one Uber driver floating around town. And you're like,
Dude, he's the guy no one wants to get in the car with because he like takes really sharp turns.
I'm like, it's all right. I just had 12 shots, just a little bit, you know.
he has an old Honda
it's like,
Civic in
Nick,
this
where are you
one.
working now? Well, the reason he just got fired from your job is like, you're drinking on the job. Whatever.
He plays nothing but the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift soundtrack.
What are you doing
Yes.
right now? Drinking on the job.
Every fucking turn is an e-brake turn.
So he gets in the front seat of the Uber. He's like, Nick's like, his flat's like, you want a nip, bro?
You guys want some? Dude, it's like 8:30
Oh my
in the
gosh.
morning. Oh,
All right, I'm
that was,
sorry.
No, that was a great like
that's side rant.
2-minute shit on Nick's.
like-
I love it.
It's like,
That's because the focus isn't on you for once.
Dude, I love it. You know how much I love attention. I don't care.
he's kind of
No such thing as bad publicity.
There's pee on the floor. Anyway.
And what do? You drive the car.
I was hoping for some existential crisis
We'll
kind
make
of thing.
you a really sweet playlist, and all the songs will be about like driving. It'll be like Gwen Stefani Crash and Crash Into Me and Drive by Incubus and like traveling, and we'll put like Walk 500 Miles and all that shit, and we'll just like everything will be like travel based, and we'll make you a really sweet playlist. It'll be awesome.
We'll get. I'm down.
All right, guys.
Wow. Okay.
Let's close up shop here.
Yeah.
We gotta close the key store.
Yo, right.
We've got other
So
keys.
Steve's running the key store now.
We have to close one key. We have to step on and stretch another key to sell it, and we're trying to get keys to another place. So all the keys are working together.
So let's unlock that door and close this one.
When God opens a door, he closes a key shop.
God did this weird thing where he doesn't exist.
Not true.
Bang!
We are
Not
not
true.
delving into religion on this podcast. I'm saying that
exists
right now.
on Twitter.
So now we've just added into the trophy husband's lore the
Is his
key
account
shop
verified?
owner.
Yes.
What?
That's fantastic.
This account verified.
Does God have a blue check? Is this a real? I don't want to follow fake God.
It's fake God. It's
It's alt God. It's alt God.
alt God.
Alt God
Alt
news.
God.
Alt God.
Alt God news.
Fake God.
All right, so we're actually gonna finish now, right?
Yes.
This is closer.
this has been a good one. I like this one. But anyway, you can find me on Snapchat at SIRMAV. Instagram is QEZMAV. Same for Twitter. MAV88.blogspot.com. And find me on Genius as well.
Boom.
Luke, you can find me on the Twitter and Instagram at hook_Louver. I don't want to watch my most recent Snapchat.
It'll be gone in 24. It'll be gone before this one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
that's
that's why.
true. Okay.
That's why I don't snap. Like I don't snap a lot to begin with. Like I'll snap with friends and shit. But when I go out, I keep my phone in my pocket because it's always funny to see like when you go out with people and they're just like looking through the story, like, oh fuck, gotta delete that, gotta delete that, gotta delete that.
I know it's nothing bad. It's just like
Half the Snapchats are Luke and I drunkenly drinking.
most
singing,
like at least like I don't know. There's at least 15 of them on there, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna watch
But
them.
Hook Louver, HUKELOOVER, no underscore in that. Yeah, I might delete Snapchat because last night was savage. Anyway, done.
It was supposed to be medium night.
Yeah,
Medium weird.
Medium weird.
discuss how that goes.
I'm Steve. I'll see you another time while I read more annoying Donald Trump tweets.
He's hashtag still Hashtag still Steve. And I am
Hashtag still Alice.
He's Steve 2.0.
And I am Nick. You can find me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, all under NLenz42. That's NLENZ42. Don't forget to hit up the official Trophy Husbands Twitter at The True Trophies. Hit us up with any questions, comments, whatever. We're always open to conversation.
Absolutely.
Excuse me, that was
Nice.
borderline.
Interrupting my spiel.
Sorry, that's borderline vomit burp.
Is that?
On that,
man.
though,
You
everyone.
charming bastard.
On that
Yeah.
note, though, we're going to go have a
Weird, how am I
raging
still a
Saturday.
virgin?
Are you actually Rick?
Give me 20 years.
Let the hair gray. Let the hair gray or
Yeah.
white. Yeah,
That's a fantastic Halloween costume.
that would be.
I mean, you know.
Marty. Morty.
I mean, Valentine's Day is coming up, so you know what that means. Let's think of Halloween costumes.
Yeah, exactly.
And on that note, everyone, have a good day, have a good week, have a good month, have a good year, have a good life. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way, because actually this one will be dropping on Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
well.
Love is a lie.
And we will
Doesn't even
catch
like
you.
his girlfriend.
And we will catch you next week, every Tuesday, as always, on Trophy Tuesdays. Peace!